swamp in Washington includes banning all former members of Congress from lobbying for 5 years once they leave. But the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, is not on board. During a town hall over at CNN on Thursday, Ryan described Trump's proposal as, quote, dangerous. Would a lobbying ban really imperil this country, or is the real threat to the personal wealth of lawmakers? Joining us now, the co-host of The Five and one of our favorite people, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kimberly, it's great to see you.
Hi, Tucker. Great to see you.
So I don't want to pile on the Speaker of the House, whom I think is on the right track on most things.
Certainly.
But Donald Trump was elected in part to clean up Washington, which is self-evidently corrupt. Voters believe that. I live here. I can tell you they're right. And so it's a little strange that a pretty common sense provision like banning members of Congress from cashing in at the expense of taxpayers would be described by the Speaker as, quote, dangerous. What do you think he meant by that?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit disconcerting, isn't it? Because, you know, Speaker Ryan is someone that I admire. I'm sure that you admire. I think that he has the best interests of the country at heart. But when you see President-elect Donald Trump talking about that it was part of the Drain the Swamp movement, he knows what he's talking about, because you want to make sure that there is an ethical, clear line, that you don't have people joining in terms of their public service and civic service in order to profit on the other end. You want people to be genuine of spirit and heart, and they want to be all in because they want to act in the best interests with the utmost ethics and propriety in terms of the country. So if people are doing this only to be able to cash in on deals and get a bigger, better deal on the other end, there's a problem on that end of the goalpost, isn't there? So you have to give pause for a moment, with all due respect, when the Speaker says this, because I understand where the President-elect is coming from. He's saying, let's make it pure, let's make it clean, so that we get the best and brightest of the purest of heart to try to invest in the fabric and the skin of this country so that we are all the beneficiaries. It is a public service, and it is deemed as such for a reason.
Well, of course. So here, just to be fair, I want to read the Speaker's words so our viewers can assess them. He said this about the lobbying ban, but what if you want to become an advocate for the Cancer Society? What if you want, after you're retired, to help your local hospital system and be on their board to support them and then go get legislation? And we tried to get Speaker Ryan to respond directly tonight, but he was busy feeding war orphans and trying to cure lupus. So he wasn't here, of course, to respond.
Nice touch.
But that, with respect, that's ludicrous. I live among lobbyists, nice people. They're not there to help the Cancer Society. They're there to get rich, which is their right, of course. But let's not pretend that this lobbying ban would put a lot of these guys out of the Mother Teresa business, because it wouldn't.
No, let's be honest. It may be a little bit of like a delay in the game, like sort of like a little bit of a temporary rain out, but it wouldn't preclude them from being able to benefit in the future. And of course, in a free and democratic society, that is what we want. We want people to be invested in this country, to dedicate themselves, to give a public service, and then, yes, we want them to be able to provide for their families on the other end, but with due measure, and to be circumspect in terms of how they proceed on that path. And I think that is the intent of what the President-elect is saying. And I think also, as a realist, that Speaker Ryan is saying, look, people need to put bacon on the plate, Tucker.
Well, yes, but the effect comes at our expense. I mean, that's why all those mandates are in Obamacare. That's why everyone but me and you is enjoying some sort of esoteric tax break that allows them to buy a new plane. I mean, it's lobbyists who are doing that. I'm sorry, it's true. Kimberly?
No, but you're right. Yeah. There's lack of purity in the process. We shall cleanse.
We shall cleanse. I hope they do. Thanks a lot, Kimberly. Great to see you.
Always a pleasure.